Hey everyone, Mike and today with some thoughts here on the Kingdom New Lands. This is a updated slash expanded version of the Kingdom Classic. This came out in 2016. The original was a 2015 game, so they're kind of old by today's standards, but that's fine. There are sequels as well. There's a Kingdom Two Crowns, which is a newer version of these games, kind of in the same franchise, if you. And yeah, you get a very short tutorial showing you guys to build the camp, hire these two guys, then yeah, whip one of them with a bow, whip the other one with a hammer, and build some super basic defenses. So the builder, the hammer guy is your builder, and the bow and arrow guy is your offensive unit, and that's pretty much all they show you, which fair enough. I like that kind of game sometimes. But yeah, it's kind of a run-based game to a certain extent. It it is interesting. It's got some neat mechanics, but it's also a very simple game. You can move left and right. You can sprint, and then you can either throw a coin or spend coins on upgrading stuff. So this little ghost here is telling me to go to the beginning. When you start your new run, or when you start your first run, you run through the late title card there in the game, and yeah, this is the tutorial ghost, if you will, who's going to show us how to play this game. So anyways, I've done all the basics, and at this point in the beginning of the run here, we're trying to figure out where things are. Where do enemies come from? Come from a portal. Kind of trying to see if we can spot that portal. Fire one of those guys right away so you can walk back to camp there. Perfect. Found chest. Hoping find another chest. If not, I was gonna head back. No, find another chest. I don't have a lot of money, a lot of gold to do stuff. Could hire these guys, but it might be a bit risky. Daytime, yeah, pretty late in the day. So actually, should be pretty safe. So I found the edge. This particular map off to the right means most likely the enemies head back to base. That knowledge in mind, we're going to concentrate our defenses. Probably will have to also expand more to the left. Because the right side of the map here, I didn't see the shipwreck. As far as I know, you can beat a level, say in air quotes beat, move on to the next area. I've not done that yet, mostly because I've just super casually done a couple rounds today. Yeah, recording this video here is going to be fourth attempt. My second time doing this particular video is the first time I started recording. I was not too happy with the results. I had to redo this video and bring it down from half an hour to 10 minutes, or at least 15. But yeah, I appreciate this game. I like the idea of it being this kind of, mystery to a certain extent. It doesn't really show you much. It doesn't really tell you how to do anything. Kind of up to you to figure it out. Problem in. We're on to day 2 here. I'm gonna start queuing up some actions here. All our builders build some defense a defensive tower on this rock here. These trees, cut them down next. That should be enough to allow us to expand a little bit further left. So this mound here can become a static wall, defensive. That should be okay for now. The trick to this game is that, yeah, not only it doesn't show you much, but yeah, you kind of have to figure it out. Start learning some of the different mechanics and stuff, and how it works, and so on and so forth. So, like expanding your base, area influence. It allows you to, expand further left and right, access to more resources. I figured out water streams are for mills that you can mine or harvest, rather. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff like that. Start learning as you make your way further, and further this game. Okay, this shipwreck's pretty far. As you can see, this thing needs a lot of coins. So I believe that ship, the actual objective here. Oop. That was the first time I've overfilled my bag. So he lost 1 coin, which is not the end of the world. But yeah, this ship, not only do you have to build that ship up, you also have to do a lot of repairs. There's way more than just that whole block of coin that I need to start fixing it. But yeah, we're better off establishing ourselves with good defenses and stable income, if that's even possible. First, kind of make our way back to the base. Go ahead and expand this meat. Builder guy is still near. Deal with that. And our actual home base. And do I res? No, I'm not gonna res. Yeah, here's the enemies. You have to be a little bit careful. So, like I said, this is kind of a 2-button game. You move left and right. You can sprint. And you can also either throw coins down or spend coins on stuff. And that's pretty much all your controls. So you can't really command people around. A little bit of a problem. And so the issue here is that if you start telling guys to go out and build stuff really far out of the base, well, the problem is you don't really have any defenses out there. They're too far away. You don't have time to run. So the problem with that is, well, you can definitely lose some really important stuff you never really want to do. But the problem is, yeah, if that guy gets attacked, let's say my builder gets attacked, he'll lose his hammer, and if there's enough other enemies nearby, one of them will immediately pick up the hammer and run away with it. So you lose that hammer, is 3 coins in this case. If you're harvesting stuff, that's 4 coins. If it's an archer, it's 2, so that's not as bad. But yeah, it's kind of the stuff you start running into. Yeah, it gets pretty expensive losing some of these guys to enemies, so you kind of want to avoid that if at all possible. Yeah, after that, if your dude gets attacked again, then you're kind of at the next level of, well, now you've lost that person. You can rehire him, though. Again, you've lost that person. If I start running into the enemies, I also start losing coins to the enemies, so that's not an ideal situation. So yeah, that's kind of the basics of this game. Put a mill here eventually. Take a little bit for the game to decide. Yeah, that camp's gonna despawn. That said, we'll expand a little bit further to the left. But that's kind of the basics of this game. There's not a whole lot else to it beyond this. It is a fairly simplistic game in that sense. There's a lot of stuff to explore. There's a lot of different mechanics. So keep that in mind, I suppose. And yeah, I'm not going to go too much further here. We might survive one more night, potentially. I will say, if I had some complaints, this horse running out of stamina can be a little crappy. Not the most fun thing in the world. I wish I could undo some actions. As far as I know, I can't. So I wasn't paying attention to the day-night cycle. Well, this guy take out 3 trees. I was going to do more, and then I realized, oh, we're about to hit nighttime. Probably don't want to come much more. He's going to be stuck out here, and that's no good. Having said that, okay, he's at least running back. Sometimes they don't run back, and then you see the enemies coming in, and you're just like, well, unfortunately, going to lose a guy here. Not much I can do about it. Oh, or you get some of this, or he's just standing on the outside, and it's like, well, let me force you to walk back in by queuing up another upgrade there. Yeah, ideally you should stand on the correct side of the wall as to not die. That's preferable, but not necessarily a requirement. But anyways, yeah, we survived another night, so we're good to go. This game is available on Steam if you're into that. It's normally $16.99 Canadian or $14.99 US. Having said that, this game does come on sale pretty often. Comes out 90% off. It's a pretty steep discount. It's about 170 Canadian, or I believe 150. 149 US, 169 Canadian. What that works out to. So yeah, with that said, I think that might be all I have. Oh, give it a look, give it a go. Might be something that interests you, might not be. At those prices, it doesn't really matter. What I will say is that they do have a couple more games in this franchise. So this is Kingdom New Lands, which expanded, enhanced version of the original game. However, the original game itself, Kingdom Classic. While there's also Kingdom 2 Crowns, which is like a sequel, a more proper sequel to this. Still very much the same game. There's like a Norse themed DLC, I believe. I was just looking at the other options out there super quick. That seems kind of interesting. And then it seems like they've released kind of a more modern Cyberpunk one. Again, more options out there if you're interested. With that, I believe this base is still wild. We'll head back. I might hire someone from the left side in the next day. Nice. I'm upgrading my mill here. That's fine because we're gonna try and get some these guys to actually start harvesting, giving us more a steady source of income. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, we'll maybe see you guys next week with the sequel. I'm not too sure, but until then, Mike here. I'll catch you guys in the next video.